We launched a new core value this year that I'm sure Jill will talk about too, possibly as like yes if. So stop saying no because, but say yes if, and kind of breaking down those barriers and walls of e-commerce or like the past history and just looking at stuff with a fresh perspective and embrace the uncomfortable and try something new. You may be surprised of new opportunities that open up and you'll find some wins.
I'm here with Stephanie. Stephanie, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, Cameron.
I mean, we saw each other at Prosper 2 years ago.
Yep.
Right?
Feels good to be back.
Good. Okay, good. I'm glad that it feels good to be back. We're talking about the general pulse of e-commerce right now. For a little bit of we should give people some context before we ask the big questions here. So, give the people a little bit of context about Big Dot.
So Big Dot of Happiness is a celebration company. We design and manufacture our own party supplies. So we launch new SKUs every week. So we're constantly promoting our SKUs that do well, but then also trying to get some newness out in the marketplace. And we have a huge catalog. So it's a lot to manage, but it's super exciting.
It's a lot to manage. You manage a lot, and you have a really big presence in e-commerce. You're really, really suited for this conversation. There are two sides to this that I'm trying to pull out, that I'm trying to help people understand. One are challenges. One side of this is challenges, so challenges you're facing, and the other side is the levers that you're pulling to overcome those challenges. So let's start with the challenges. It's 2023. It's a new era, a new season of e-commerce. What are some of the biggest challenges that you're facing right now in e-com?
So two big challenges. So like I said, we design and manufacture our own party supplies, and we launch new SKUs every week. So we want some newness on the channels, and for our channels to promote new SKUs. Like on Amazon, we have a lot of history there. We have top selling SKUs that sell every year, but how can we get our new stuff found? And the landscape is so competitive that it's a lot harder than it used to be.
Yep.
So we're pulling levers of like relooking at our SEO strategy, revamping our Amazon ad strategy with Teikametrics, looking at A+ content, SEO. We've been talking about just doing looking at everything with a fresh eye and just kind of returning our flywheel internally to see how we can get new stuff found quicker on marketplaces, especially Amazon, because it just gets buried in the competition.
Right. So that's one main challenge. So that's like newness, right? You're trying to establish fresh products, fresh ideas, fresh ways, new ways of doing things.
Yep.
Okay. What's the second challenge?
Gain our brand name out there more. So we want to, not everybody knows about Big Dot of Happiness, and we want it to be just exposed more. So last year we had a huge opportunity to be at more marketplaces. We had brands reaching out to us, and so we went in with it like a yes if, say yes to beta, was think outside the box. And so we've developed a lot of great partnerships to help get our brand out there. So that's a challenge and a huge win for us. And I hope that continues this year.
Very nice. What is one main piece of advice that you'd have for brands in 2023? And it could be really specific. It could also be very broad. But what do you think if you were in front of a crowd of sellers from all the way from beginner to advanced? What would you tell them?
So our new CEO, Jill, who's been at Big Dot for 17 years and is stepping into the shoes of our amazing founder. We launched a new core value this year that I'm sure Jill will talk about too, possibly as like yes if. So stop saying no because, but say yes if, and kind of breaking down those barriers and walls of e-commerce or like the past history and just looking at stuff with a fresh perspective and embrace the uncomfortable and try something new. You may be surprised of new opportunities that open up and you'll find some wins.
Love that. Stephanie, thank you so much. I think this is really great. I always love talking with Big Dot because there's so much going on. I know there are a lot of moving parts, and you all crush it over there. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for the perspective, and I'm looking forward to talking with Jill.
Yes. Thank you, Cameron. Good to see you.